have the responsibility towards my community, society, and especially to my children, to make sure that I am capable of being aware of my own errors as a man, that I took it for granted, that I have to be very alert about the micro machismo, gestures, words, actions, behaviors that you think they are okay, but they are not okay.
Salut, c'est Augustin. Aujourd'hui, je suis avec Javier Bardem qui présente l'un de ses plus beaux rôles dans le nouveau film de Rodrigo Sorogoyen qui est en compétition au Festival de Cannes et qui s'appelle L'être, aimé. Salut Javier.
Salud.
Now, it's pretty interesting regarding this movie, which questions the masculinity of a character. And it's fascinating because several times in your career, you played characters that convey a certain idea of toxic masculinity. And I'm wondering, was it interesting for you to question also what you represent as an actor through all the characters that you played before?
Yes and no. Yes, in the sense that I am that person that is 57 years old, and I was taught in my generation how to be a man, what a man is supposed to feel like, how the ambivalence and the unequal balance between women's and men's rights is perfectly accepted in my time. And those things we have to be very aware, and we have to fight against them. And we have advanced, but not enough. And the different roles that I played previously, some of them were very physically macho, and I'm very proud of all of them. And they meant something in the time, and they are great footprints of the society back then. So when we look at it, we know if we have really advanced, and if we have advanced, how can we improve the advancement even more?
Are you thinking about yourself also as a man and as an actor?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I have the responsibility towards my community, society, and especially to my children, to make sure that I am capable of being aware of my own errors as a man, that I took it for granted, that I have to be very alert about the micro machismo, gestures, words, actions, behaviors that you think they are okay, but they are not okay. Even if we've been taught by our education in the 60s, 70s, 80s that was okay. And having in mind that I'm a privileged actor from the first world that has a job, has money, has a house, has a family, has love, has health, thankfully. So for me, if I have that and so many others don't, what can I do when I have this speaker? Well, at least what I can do is speak about it and make sure that we are aware of our position, our situation, and how can we help as a community to those who don't have it.
It's interesting because one of the main subjects of the film is precisely how things are changing in the movie industry, how certain types of abuse, of violence, of humiliations are now confronted. Do you have examples of things that you witnessed as a young actor that are not possible today?
Yeah, I've been in sets where there was an abusive behavior of power and imposition of force, even physical force. And back in the day, I thought it was normal. Now it will be unthinkable. And the good thing is that now we can denounce it, but the problem is that we don't denounce it enough. And it's not about film industry, it's about any working environment. We have to start, we men have the responsibility to support women's denounces by not re-victimizing them. We have to be aware that when a woman takes a very important, brave step forward to denounce an abuse, that takes a courage that we cannot think of, and we cannot re-victimize them. That's the first step that I would say we have to learn.
Would you, like one of the characters in the movie, quit a movie if you witness something that is now unacceptable?
I haven't quit a movie, but I have quit a set 3 times where I thought or I felt that the director or the producer or the actor, one each, were doing something that was harming the atmosphere and the vibe and the situation. And me myself have also fucked it up. Me myself, in one way or the other, I have screamed because I was nervous. I have been responsible of making somebody feel bad because I blame that person for my own mistake, and that's wrong. And I think, thankfully, I was aware of it, and later on, minutes after, I went there and said, I'm sorry, it was my fault in front of everybody. But it's important that we take responsibility, and men, these men, my generation, we were taught to just let it go and live with it, because nobody will oppose it.
There's a great scene, in my opinion, in the movie when your Oscar-winning character is interviewed by a journalist, not about his work as a director, but about his private life. And you know what I love about this scene is the ambiguity. As an artist, what do you feel about it?
Well, I've been there. I've been there, being asked any kind of question that can come to your mind all through these years, and some of them were very aggressive. Some of them were like ridiculous. Some of them were way too intrusive. And I guess for me and for Esteban, we are connected in that moment about putting a limit. Like, this is my life. I'm not here to tell you about my life. Because especially these days, we are, how do you call it, clickbaits, no? It's like we need something fast. We need a headline. We need something that is juicy so people can hook on the news, because there are so many that you need some headlines.
But you know, in the movie, there is this reflection about how an interpretation is nourished by your own life as a person, by your suffering, by your history, by your intimacy. How much do you give of your own life when you act as an actor?
Everything. It's my tool. It's my working tool. It's like my voice, my body, my memories, my sensations, my experience. It's the only thing that I know of, that I know how to work with. I'm not a writer, I'm not a musician, I'm not a painter, I'm not a sculptor, I'm not a dancer, I'm an actor. And that means I have to portray situations through an experience and create the experience for real.
You know, Javier, one of my favorite quotes in the movie is when your character reflects on his past films and says that you always keep something of the movies you've made in your life, that something remains part of you forever. And I'm wondering, typically, do you have an example that's something that changed you, that you will keep forever in your body and in your mind from your very famous collaborations with Pedro Almodóvar, Iñárritu, or the Coen brothers, for instance?
I am the person who I am because I've been through those experiences. I cannot name, for that director I learned about this. Yeah, I guess I could, but we need like hours for that. So I would say that wherever I am today as a person, also as an actor, but mostly as a person, is based on my experience. And lots of my experience, my life experience, has happened on movie sets. So I learn about life also, and about power, and about struggle, and about commitment in lots of movie sets.
At the end of the day, you have a long career now, and I'm asking the spectator, but also the actor, what makes a great actor for you?
Simplicity, like in life, man. We are what we are. Don't pretend to be something that you're not. Just be in peace with who you are. What you are is enough. Of course, we all have to improve, and we can improve, but don't punish yourself, and don't punish me by watching you trying so hard. So just embrace your own limits and work within them.